Well, hello everybody, I hope you're well. My first run on the Screenomatic thingy, majiggy screenshot thing. I'm not a techno buff. I'm, pretty mediocre when it comes to technology, but anyway. And this morning I was told about this story, so I thought I'd go check it out, about the Moroccan king who had pardoned a Spanish paedophile and is now retracting his pardon due to public pressure. So I found this article, and apparently he was accused, or convicted even, of raping 11 children, although I'm sure this, there's been a lot more children raped by this individual, and who knows, he could even be a trafficker for all we know. I wouldn't be surprised, because anyway, let's just read the article and then I will tell you what else I know about this story and what I make of it. So Morocco's king rescinded his pardon of a Spanish paedophile on Sunday after an unusual bout of protests in the case. It was the first time in recent memory that the Moroccan sovereign had reversed a pardon. Well, yeah, thank God he did. But the Spaniard convicted of raping 11 children, named by Morocco as Daniel Galvan Fina, is believed to be in Spain now. Oh shite. And it was unclear whether he will be brought back to Morocco. Well, I hope he bloody well is. In a statement late in the day, King Mohammed VI said he had asked his justice minister to work with his Spanish counterpart to see how the pardon could be undone in what he described as an exceptional reversal. He also said he has ordered an investigation into the pardons process. The decision was made considering the flaws that marred the process, the gravity of the crimes committed, and with respect to the rights of the victims, the statement said. On July 30th, at the request of Spain's King Juan Carlos, the Moroccan monarch pardoned 48 Spaniards who had been imprisoned there, including Fina. Earlier Sunday, the Moroccan king said he would not have pardoned the Spaniard if he had been aware of his crimes. I cry bullshit. Hundreds of peaceful demonstrators gathered late Friday to rally against the pardon, a rare protest against the king. The demonstration was broken up by police with clubs, leaving at least 63 people injured. So, what do I make of this story? Well, I say this is a hollow victory. It's great that the Moroccan king, King Mohammed, actually did unpardon this scumbag. But okay, for one thing, apparently he's already got back to Spain. And another thing, there were 63 people injured in the protest. So really, what has that done? That hasn't really got a lot accomplished. However, I am suspicious of the fact that he said, King Mohammed said he was not aware of this guy's crimes. He didn't realise that he was pardoning a paedophile. Well, then he's not doing his job properly, is he? I'm sorry, either he's lying here or he shouldn't even be king at all, because I'm sorry, but when you pardon somebody who has committed a crime, you should look at the crime, for God's sake, And even so, I don't believe that criminals, true criminals, where there are victims or even one victim, should be pardoned. Okay, just somebody who's like a small cannabis dealer or whatever, or somebody who just, stole something from a shop or whatever, okay, fair dues. But when you've got somebody who has raped at least 11 children, or done any hurt to anybody, harmed anybody in any way, I don't think they should be pardoned, to be honest. But I think there's this whole story as well. I think that it tells you a lot about the Spanish king, because come off it, I'm sorry, but somewhere along the line somebody had to be, even if it wasn't the king himself. And now a lot of awakened people, we know that the elite are absolutely steeped in pedophilia. I mean, it is rife. It is part of what they're all about. They are sick people. And so obviously, even if it wasn't Juan Carlos himself, somebody working for him, somebody with the power to ask for this pardon, knew about it. Somewhere along the lines, high up in power, there are people who are protecting paedophiles because they are paedophiles. and it's just pretty darn sick. So, you know, mixed views on this article, on this story even. And I will of course put the link to the article in the video description, so you can check it out yourself. Here's another article talking about, again, paedophiles. This time it's from the Telegraph. You may have heard of this. A pensioner being charged with 32 sexual offences in North Wales. Care homes investigation. Really, it makes me sick to my stomach to hear what this man has done. And I think, yeah, great, fantastic. Arrest him, hold him accountable. Who gives a stuff? However old he is, whatever his state of health. I'm sorry, but this is just sick. I mean, look at this. Look at this. 15 children, and that is, again, at least 15, who were aged between 7 and 15 years old, for crying out loud. This guy was accused of committing 22 indecent assaults, 1 offence of gross indecency, and 9 offences of buggery, which is sodomy. It's absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting what this guy has done. And yes, it's great that they got him. But, again, this is going after the small fry. This is taking the attention away. This is making the general public believe that progress is being made as far as the fight against paedophilia is concerned. And why isn't there a war on paedophilia? There's a war on freaking drugs. There's a war on terrorism, you know, where there doesn't seem to be a tangible enemy in either case. It's all very vague. But why isn't there a war on paedophilia? I guess that would be just going too far for them, because, you know, at the top they're all freaking paedophiles. And yeah, so this is taking the attention away, making us think that, oh goody, you know, the police are doing their job, oh, we're all going to be alright, which is a load of bullshit. And again, you know, I don't know why they felt the need to put the word buggery in there. I guess it's just the shock factor. And unfortunately, the trouble is with this as well, is that a lot of people, a lot of very stupid people, confuse paedophiles and homosexuals. And that sort of brings me nicely on to my next article that I want to talk about a bit. Oh God, bloody advertisement. I hate those things. Don't you? But hey, here we are. Here we are. And this is about psychiatrists and mental health professionals who think that paedophilia is just a sexual orientation. My fucking God. I'm not going to read this article, you know. I don't even want to go into it because it's just sickening. But I don't see, I mean, a lot, as I said just a minute ago, a lot of people confused homosexuality and paedophilia. Homosexuality is a sexuality. I mean, there's sexuality in it. And it's between consenting adults. Pedophilia is not a sexual orientation, it's a freaking illness. There are victims. There are victims in this. This creates victims. And I'm against any sexual practice that creates victims that is not between two consenting adults, whether it be paedophilia, necrophilia, bestiality. Even some people just get off with raping people. It's all sick. I'm sorry, but that is sick. That is a sign of mental illness, if you like, of that these people are damaged to want to do that. It's not about sex in these instances. I don't think it is about sex. It's more about domination. It's certainly not about sex and love and, you know, this communion of two people. It's not about honoring each other. It's not about mutual pleasure. It's not about any of that. It's about domination. It's about domination, and it's completely perverted. And this is the kind of thing that gets paedophilia and homosexuality mixed up, and it's just bloody wrong. So, you know, read that if you've got the stomach for it. And then, of course, we come to this story here. I'm sure you all know about it. Here we are. Our new Pope Francis, our first Jesuit Pope, of course. Here we are. The Pope overhauls Vatican laws to criminalise sex leaks. Now let me just summarise this for you. Is that, well, if you're a member of the church, let's say a member of the clergy, the Catholic clergy, and you denounce the sexual abuse of children, or child pornography, here we are, as you can see here, sexual violence, prostitution, possession of child pornography, or any of that, you can be punished for up to 12 years in a bloody Vatican prison. And, yeah. And any of the other crimes, you know, that's just one. I want to concentrate on the paedophilia and the child abuse side of things. But yeah, this covers all the rest of their dirty dealings as well. So yeah, you can read that article. As I said, I'll put that in there as well. But so I guess I just want to summarize really what I'm talking about here. I just want to say that. On the one hand, you've got, you know, this whole story with the paedophile who was pardoned, and then the pardon was retracted. You got this pensioner. You got, oh yes, go to the police. They're getting the dirty old perverts who are abusing children. And on the other hand, you've got these psychiatrists, these professionals of, you know, psychiatry, saying that, oh, you know, paedophiles aren't bad, it's all okay. And then I haven't even put this one in, but, you know, in Britain, certain people have been wanting to lower the age of consent to the age of 13, for crying out loud. And you got the Pope here protecting the paedophiles and the sickos in the church. You know, so this isn't much talked about, actually. This isn't, at least the Pope's decision. I've actually found a little, because it's not that recent, but I actually found a little bit of trouble getting hold of this article. But, you know, you look at just these 4 articles here, just these 4 stories, and you get a gist of what's going on. On the one hand, you got, you know, we are fighting paedophilia. But on the other hand, oh no, paedophilia is not that bad. You got to feel sorry for the paedophiles. And again, you know, they're trying to make it okay. They're slowly, you can see the slow transition into normalizing paedophilia. And this is nothing to do with homosexuality. Again, I'm really pissed off with homophobes right now. And the homophobes in the transition team amongst Waken people. Yeah, this has got, I mean, I know it sounds a lot like what the homophobes would say, oh, they're trying to make homosexuality normal, they're destroying the family, it's evil, there is homosexual propaganda. You know, I just think that's bullshit. I think that's more aimed at the homophobes. It's just to rile up the homophobes, because you know, you still got religion pushing homophobia on one end, and then you've got another branch of the powers that be control system promoting homosexuality. So it's really just stirring up the shit, that is. Whereas this is really, truly, slowly but surely, trying to normalize paedophilia. But in any case, the powers that be, they just see us as a commodity, as a resource. Human resources, after all. They do call it that, don't they, in the business? But yeah, I've always objected to that term. We're not resources. Perhaps we're resourceful, but we're not resources. Anyway, that's enough for me. I'm coming up to my 15-minute limit here, so let me know what you think about this. But I really think that, you know, as a mother myself, and even if I wasn't a mother, same thing, you know, I just want to protect the children. I guess my aim here is the children, and trying to make the difference between paedophilia and homosexuality. Anyway, love you all. I got to stop there. I have no choice.